Hey guys, welcome to another film gear review video. In this video I'm reviewing this light here, the Weeylite K21 RGB light stick. I've been playing with this light on a few different film shoots over the past few weeks and I absolutely love the features that this light has to offer. Just a quick disclaimer, Viltrox reached out to me and sent me this product to test out and do a review video. And of course my opinions throughout this video will be my honest thoughts based on my experiences using this product. Before I talk more about the Weeylite K21 RGB lights, I previously reviewed the Weeylite Ninja 200 COB light, which I'll be putting a link right over here. Now, Viltrox is known for their incredible budget-friendly lens adapters and lenses, but they also create amazing quality lighting equipment under the brand of Weeylite. So what do you get in the box? This light is very simple and doesn't come with additional accessories. What you get inside the box is the Weeylite K21 stick light and a USB Type-A to USB Type-C cable to charge the lights. I love how there are so many features that Viltrox has packed into this small tube light. The Weeylite K21 is an RGB WW stick light. It has 4 modes: color temperature, HSL, RGB WW, and lighting effects. The color temperature mode adjusts from 2500 Kelvin to 8500 Kelvins, has a plus and minus 10 red and green hue compensation mode. It has a full 360-degree RGB colors and 29 lighting effects. The technical specifications of this light is that it has a TLCI rating of greater than or equal to 97, a max luminance of 760 lux at 0.5 meters, max power of 8 watts, 160 pieces of LED beads, operation temperatures between 0 and 40 degrees. It has a battery capacity of 2,500 milliamp hours, which gives you about 60 minutes of battery life at max brightness, or depending on your brightness levels, you can reach up to 6 hours of battery life, and it takes about 3 hours to fully charge a depleted battery. Now, to charge the light, you can use the USB Type-C port and plug it into a power bank if you're on the go, or you can use a wall adapter that has a USB Type-A port. Whichever one that you use, it is recommended that you use one that has a 5V 2A output for charging. You can also control this light by installing the Weeylite Pro app onto your phone and using Bluetooth to connect to the light. I will show you what the app can do a little bit later on in this video, so stay tuned. Now, I believe that I have covered the important specifications. Let's have a look at the physical features of the Weeylite K21. Firstly, the size of this light is incredibly small and lightweight, which makes it extremely portable and easy to put into tight spots. The length of the Weeylite K21 is 30 centimeters with a 4 centimeter diameter and weighs only 270 grams. The light feels very durable and well made. I believe the back of this light is made out of some sort of metal and the ends are made out of a hard plastic. Also, at each end of the light, it has a total of 2 1/4-inch standard threads to mount this light to a tripod, a light stand, magic arms and clamps, but that's not all of the mounting options. This next one is probably one of my favorite features of this light. On the back, it has 2 strong magnets which allow you to mount this to any magnetic surface, like this storage shelf behind me. Let me show you. Having a magnetic feature opens up so many more creative opportunities, and of course this light looks great as a practical light so you can get your model to hold it in shot. Also, at the back of the Weeylite K21, it has an OLED display with 4 main controls to change the modes and a plus and minus button to adjust brightness and saturation levels. You also have the on and off button and the USB Type-C port to charge the light. With all the features this small light has to offer, you're probably wondering, how much does this all cost? The Weeylite K21 only costs $70 US, which is incredibly cheap for what this light can do. If you are interested in purchasing this light, I will have a link in the description below, so check that out. Anyway, let's turn on the Weeylite K21 and let's see what this light can do. So we're just going to open up the Weeylite Pro app. Okay, so I just turned off these lights, so let's turn them back on. Top right here, you've got your channels. Everything's on channel 1 by default, and you've got A and B. So if I go into CCT, now we've got our color temperature controls, and I can just adjust the color temperature, and you can see it's quite responsive. You got to make sure that your Bluetooth is on for this to work. I'm not sure if I've already said that. And you've got on the app it's magenta and green, which makes sense. It's a bit weird that on the actual light itself it's red and green. You've got your brightness controls as well. You've got your default settings, so you've got 3000 Kelvin, 4000, 5200, 55, 6000 and 7000. So before I show you any other feature, let's just quickly go over into this light behind me. So I'm going to click into B. You can see that it's quite responsive, so let's just go back to HSL and bring it back to purple where I want it to be. I can also choose blue if I want to, cyan, green, yellow, reds. So yeah, you've got your saturation, you've got your brightness at the bottom here. You can have them on the same channel as well, but I need to do that inside on the actual light itself for me to change the group to A, so then I can control them at the same time. But for this video, I'm just going to have them on separate channels. It's just easier. So let's go back to A. So we're back in A, and you've got RGBW. So this is very similar to at the back of the light. So you can choose your reds, greens, blues. And as you can see, there's a few other options. So before we only had color temperature, HSL, RGBW, and effects, and this was on the back of the light. So they've also added a few other ones as well. So you've got X and Y coordinates. So if you want to adjust things using the X and Y coordinates. This next one, the color chip, is probably one of my favorites. Yeah, I can go in and I can select it, and now I've got bright pink from Roscoe. I've got pale gold, one E52, so now I've got pale gold, chocolate, virgin blue, ripe plum. So these are really cool. This is actually a really cool feature if you are used to using gels, or maybe you are on a set where you are using gels and you need to complement it with lights that can match them. Let's go into effects. So let's go over to flash. We can adjust the speed. So 1 is slow, 2 is like normal, and then 3 is fast. So we've got flash, we've got burst, you've got flash lamp, you've got blink, so you've got welding or weld, SOS, candlelight, flame, TV, you've got fireworks, which is a really fun one, firework 2, firework 3, so you have a bunch of different types of fireworks. Police lights that you saw earlier, ambulance, which is just blue instead of red and blue, and then fire truck, which is just red. RGB loop, just cycles through the RGB. Got romantic, club 2, which is just a bit faster. It's just a different variety of effects. And then the next one, this is actually really cool. So I'm going to open it, and it's color picker. So now we can choose a color just by using our camera phone. So maybe if you are on a shoot and you're like, hey, I really like the look of this yellow right here, I can hover over that and just click pick up. And then now that it's picked up that color, it's selected it, it's actually changed it to the color. You can change it to blue as well. Let's just go to blue. There we go. So now I've got this blue. I can go to like a darker blue. It's like olive green. Now let's talk about the quality of this light. So I filmed just before with the Weeylite K21s, and I tested out the daylight color balance and the tungsten color balance, and matched my camera to the light's color temperature. The first video was set to 5600 kelvins and the second video was set to 3200 kelvin, with my camera matching each of those for the correct color balance. I noticed there was a significant blue shift in the tungsten balance, and the daylight color balance was almost perfect with a very slight red color shift according to my Parade scopes. I then realized that in the app the daylight color temperature was set to 5200 Kelvin by default. So then I thought I would choose that with my camera set to 5600 Kelvin, which is daylight color temperature. The 5200 Kelvin setting has a magenta color shift. I'm not sure why it's like that, but it's good to know that you get a close to accurate color temperature when you have everything set to proper daylight settings, which is what I normally shoot in anyway whenever I go out and film video content. Anyway, I believe that I have covered everything about this light. So what are my final thoughts? Here are the pros and cons. Let's start with pros. I have really enjoyed using this light on video shoots. I always have this light in my camera bag because of its size. It's very lightweight and compact. It can be charged by USB Type-C, so I can bring my power bank to charge these lights while on the go. I love how bright these lights are, especially at twilight hours and sunset. These lights also look fantastic as practicals when your model holds them or just set up in the background as a practical. I really like the many different ways that you can mount this light, whether you want to use the magnetic part of the light or the 1/4" threads. I really love how the Weeylite K21 has lots of pre-designed lighting effects, and the randomness of some of those effects make the effect look even more realistic, like the fire effect, for example, or the candlelight effect. I honestly prefer controlling these lights with the app because it gives you so much more flexibility with the controls, and sometimes it's quicker and easier to just access the many different modes that are only in the app. Now for the cons. There are mainly a couple of cons that I can think of for the Weeylite K21, and they are the battery life and the color temperature color shifts. I wish the battery life was longer than an hour at max brightness, because if I'm relying on these lights for a main light, I don't want the battery to die mid-scene or shot. But a way around it is when you are finished recording on your camera to make sure that you turn the power off if you need it to last a little while longer. I had to do that on a short film shoot because the scenes where I needed them as a main practical light, I don't want to have to hold the production while the lights would be sitting on charge. I'm actually not sure if you can charge them while the lights are on, or if you can, it takes a really long time to charge. So it's not really worthwhile trying to do that. Other than that, this light is fantastic, and the film shoots that I was on, I think I've actually impressed my fellow colleagues and clients with how versatile, compact, and the features that this light has to offer. They have actually been asking me where I get these from. You can actually purchase these links in the description below. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to stay notified for my next uploads. See you guys next time.